I'm just delighted to see my good friend Milind Deora making the kind of impact he has during this election campaign. I think we are fortunate to have a young and dynamic member of parliament and minister like Milind to represent a youthful, dynamic and productive constituency like South Mumbai. I've known Milind since before he got into politics. He's always been a regular guy, somebody who has the same interests and concerns of everybody growing up in South Mumbai, with his guitar and his affection for the city. But having got into the political world, he's turned out to demonstrate to all of us that a regular guy can also be a very effective politician. What I like about Milind is the way in which he's been able to connect to both young and old people in this constituency, to cut across all walks of life, all sections of society, all religions and castes, and at the same time to remain true to himself. It's tough in politics when you're working in a political party. You have to have the obligation of being able to respond to the requirements of your party. But Milind hasn't hesitated to stand up for his own principles and to speak out even when sometimes his position has been different from that of the party. And in a couple of cases, like for example the controversial proposed ordinance about convicted politicians, he was not only courageous in opposing it, but his point of view eventually won the day and the party reviewed its position. That's the kind of free-thinking independent MP South Bombay deserves. I grew up here, I've seen the city grow and transform, and I must say it's one of the most exciting places to be in India. You need somebody who's a man of action, which Milind is. You need somebody who will listen to the problems of constituents. He's gone off and dealt with the challenges of the people being displaced in the Campacola housing society and brought it to the attention of the chief minister. He's been able to deal with nuts and bolts issues of the city, but at the same time he's had a vision for the larger, broader national issues. He was, in fact, the one who initiated the debate in Parliament on the Right to Information Act, which I think is a kind of progressive legislation that has transformed governance in our society and created every citizen's right to actually demand information from the government as to what we are doing for the citizen, how his or her taxpayer money is being spent. That level of accountability that has come from the RTI, it's now unthinkable to do without it in India. And it was Milind who helped to initiate and roll out that process as a young first-term MP of the Congress Party. There are all these issues, national as well as local, that Milind has been active in. I've seen him as a very effective minister, particularly now in the areas of IT and communications on the one hand and shipping on the other. He is somebody who's responsive to the needs of other MPs. He's come and helped us, for example, in my constituency with the renovation and beautification of an important lighthouse in Vizhinjam. He's been very sympathetic to the development of a key port in Thiruvananthapuram. And I know from the experiences of other ministers and MPs that Milind has been very focused on the needs of the entire country as a minister. At the same time, he's never given up his unrelenting focus on South Mumbai. Sometimes the two go together. His work on the mobile towers, for example, the telecoms towers, on the whole issue of how to balance the real concerns about radiation danger to ordinary people and at the same time the need for more towers to get better connectivity in the country. That's a South Mumbai issue, but it's also a national issue. And Milind's been at the forefront of resolving that constructively. So congratulations, Milind. I think you've done a great job as an MP and as a minister. And congratulations to the people of South Mumbai for having elected such a smart, effective, results-oriented and well-liked representative. I wish Milind well and encourage the good citizens of South Mumbai to vote for Milind Deora for Parliament.